Poetry. It's a symphony of emotions, a tapestry woven with rhythm and rhyme. Unlike prose, which flows like a river, poetry dances. It leaps and twirls, capturing life in concentrated bursts of feeling. Poetry uses vivid imagery and metaphors. It paints pictures in our minds. It speaks a universal language, transcending barriers. Whether it's a sonnet by Shakespeare or a haiku by Basho, poetry moves us deeply. It awakens our senses and broadens our understanding of the world. Why has poetry captivated humanity for centuries? Since the dawn of civilization, people have used poetry to express their deepest thoughts and emotions. Ancient civilizations carved verses in stone, preserving their stories. Poetry was a way to transmit history, myths, and cultural values. It played a vital role in rituals, ceremonies, and celebrations. Poetry helps us understand the world. Through the words of poets, we find comfort, inspiration, and a sense of belonging. The journey of poetry is fascinating. It has evolved alongside human civilization, adapting to different cultures and times. From the epic poems of ancient Greece to modernists, poetry has taken countless forms. Today, poetry continues to evolve, embracing new voices and exploring contemporary issues. Throughout history, countless poets have left a lasting mark. Their words have inspired revolutions, soothed broken hearts, and challenged societal norms. Think of the emotional verses of Sappho or the mystical poetry of Rumi. Each poet offers a unique perspective, inviting us to see the world through their eyes. Poetry offers a safe haven for our emotions. It allows us to explore the depths of our being, to confront our fears, and celebrate our triumphs. In the world of poetry, there are no limits. Through metaphors and imagery, we can express the inexpressible. Poetry allows us to be vulnerable and find beauty in the fragility of life. I remember the first time I truly connected with a poem. It was by Mihai Eminescu, and it spoke about longing and the bittersweet beauty of nature. His words resonated with me, awakening in me a love for poetry that has stayed with me. That experience taught me the power of poetry to connect, heal, and inspire. Poetry has always been linked to social and political movements. From protest songs to powerful verses against injustice, poetry has been a tool for change. Poets have used their voices to challenge oppression and fight for a more just world. Their words have sparked movements and inspired generations. The beauty of poetry lies in its diversity. It's a vast and inclusive art form that welcomes voices from all walks of life. From spoken word to slam poetry, there's a place for everyone. Listening to different poets enriches the tapestry of poetry, offering new ways of seeing the world. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get lost in the constant flow of information. But poetry offers a refuge, a space for reflection and contemplation. Pick up a book of poems, attend a reading, or try writing your own verses. Let the power of words transport you, inspire you, and connect you to something greater. In the words of Pablo Neruda, poetry is an act of peace. Let's embrace the power of poetry to build bridges and promote understanding. Let's create a more beautiful and compassionate world through poetry.